Hello everyone. Today let us learn the poem How Doth the Little Busy Bee. First, I will read the poem and then we will try to understand the poem. How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour and gather honey all the day from every opening flower. How skillfully she builds her cell, how neat she spreads her wax, and labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. The poem is written by Isaac Watts. Now let us first know the meaning of new words such as doth, D-O-T-H. Doth means does, D-O-E-S, does. The second word is cell. Cell means a small hexagonal compartment in a honeycomb. And the third word is labor. L-A-B-O-R-S. Labor means to work hard. Now let us try to understand the meaning of the poem. In this poem, the poet Isaac Watts tells us about the busy bee who does not waste time but works day in and day out to collect nectar from the blooming flowers and store it in the hives built by the bees. We can also say virtue has its own reward. We can also be a selfless like honeybee. In the second stanza, the poet is appreciating the skills of the bees used in making the cells and sealing them for the future use. We should take the example of the small creature and use our time fruitfully. On the contrary, how doth the little busy bee? We have one more poem, a parody. Actually, a parody means a playful comic imitation of a writer's style. We can also say a parody deliberately copies someone or something in an amusing way. It may be simply a humorous imitation of a well-known or popular work. First, let us recite the poem. How doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale? How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. This poem is written by Lewis Carroll. First, let us know the meaning of new words. The word is grin, G-R-I-N. It means to smile with lips parted to reveal the teeth. The second word is claws, C-L-A-W-S. It means curved, pointed nail on each of the foot of a mammal, reptile or bird. Now, let us see the meaning of the poem. The little crocodile makes his shining tail look better. He pours the water of the river Nile. Students, do you know the river Nile is the longest river in Africa? Its length is about 6,650 kilometers. He pours the water of the river Nile on all his golden scales. He grins cheerfully. He spreads his claws neatly. He welcomes the little fishes into his jaws, which seems to be smiling gently. At last, we can say that the busy bee works all day for its honey, but in contrast, the crocodile remains idle yet gets its stomach filled. We can also say that act of kindness should be done discreetly. We should be selfless like honeybee, as virtue has its own reward.